Hi there, this is Consuelo from Consuelo, Viola's daughter, and I'm back again, and I'm hoping everyone is well. And how are you, my existing subscribers and all my new subscribers? I hope you are doing well. Um, it's a rainy day here in New Jersey. Uh, that's why I have this on. And could you do me a favor when you come in? Would you give me a thumbs up, or when you're leaving, a thumbs up? This way I'll know if you like my content, and YouTube will know if you like my content. It's more for me than I think for you. But I appreciate it very much for you doing that for me. Today, well, this chat that I have here is mostly about crochet. Actually, it's all about crocheting. uh, that's my first love. Um, I was doing it on and off for the last 40 something years, mostly off and very little time on. And since 2019, I've been crocheting a lot. In fact, I'm retired, so I crochet almost all the time. I fill all my spare time with holding that hook and yarn, or selecting yarns, or maintaining my yarn stash, and that's my first love. I do enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. I try to bring you a little piece of what I'm doing, and probably we're all doing the same thing. People who love yarn love to look at other people's yarn for some reason, and it just delights us, and we don't know why. It doesn't matter. But today I have a couple of FOs, or finished objects, and I forgot I even had them. Otherwise I probably would have shown you in another previous podcast. But do have a few, not too many, so I'll try and keep it short today. I always say that until I start gabbing along, and God knows where the time goes. But I'll show you a few. Maybe you've made something similar, or were thinking of making something similar, so you'll enjoy seeing them. And actually, none of them I get to wear. I don't go anywhere. But I basically made them to my taste, my like, my fit, my size. That was it. So the first one I could show you is this one, which I'm wearing. I'll stand up a little bit so you can see. It's short, and it's from leftover yarn from different projects that I did, and it's called a Capelet, and it's not very long. Actually, it's pretty short, and it's perfect for a day like today, where I'm feeling a little chilly because it's raining here in New Jersey. The sun didn't come out at all, and so I just need a little hug, and that's just what this does. It's just enough warmth to keep that chilly feeling off, but I don't want to wear a sweater or a jacket, or what do I usually wear? I usually wear a hoodie. Yeah, pretty much a hoodie or a shawl. The shawl's for when I'm sitting still. But this one is perfect because it's so short, and it's a capelet. They call it a capelet. It's perfect. I can cook dinner, wash clothes, move around the house and not have to take it off or worry about it falling off, or anchoring it with a pin, or tying a knot in it, or whatever. So I like to wear this around the house, and I basically made it out of iron and yarn. It was a mandala. Was it mandala? No, it's not a mandala. It's premium. It was no pill premium, 3-weight, because I made a shawl out of it, which I gave away. And then I had this half a ball or less than half a ball left, and I hate having just little scraps of balls. And if they're a certain size, then I make something out of it. So that's what this is. And Who was my inspiration? Okay, it was Seta. Seta was wearing one of these, and she saw it from another podcaster. I believe her name is Elizabeth, but it escapes me right now. But Seta had it on, and she made it similar. I didn't have a pattern. I don't think they gave me the count either. All I did was the regular. I made it a little big, but then what I did was I threaded a tie through it. And I made the tie short, and I usually wear it with the tie inside because it annoys me if it's flopping around, hanging out. But I can tighten it, or I can loosen it and wear it off the shoulder. You know, if I had a tank top and I was outside and I wanted to look like that, then I would loosen it and let it drape a little bit. But actually, I never wear it outside. I always wear it in the house on a day like today, where it's dank. It's kind of dark, damp, and rainy, off and on. And that's what I wear. So, like I said, this is a scrap of yarn. It wasn't even a full ball. I think the ball was 360. I'm not quite sure about that, but I think it's about 360. And so I only had half a ball. So maybe I had like 150 or 200 yards. And as you can see, it's very holey and lacy. What do they call that? The mesh stitch. And so that's actually it's one of my favorites. I wear it all the time. It's like I said, it's just warm enough. It's not, you know, making you break out into a sweat, and it doesn't cover your whole body. It just keeps you warm around the shoulders, and that's what I needed, especially for today. Now I did a poncho. I'm looking over here because you can't see it in the screen, but it's over here. And I did do a poncho. It was unusual yarn. In fact, I think I'll go off camera to put it on, because otherwise you're going to see me struggling and choking myself. So I'll put it on, but I'm going to do it off camera because I'm such a klutz. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. And this is the poncho. And again, I made the neckline a little big. Now, I didn't have a pattern again. Sorry about that, folks. I was making a lot of ponchos at that time, so the basic construction I just kept following along. I had this really unusual yarn. I'm going to hold it up close to the camera so you can see it. It's like a boucle. It's all poofy, no stitch definition. It just becomes soft and cuddly. And on top of it, what I did, I don't know if you can notice here, I actually did a different yarn. This is a different yarn. I'm close in the camera. I hope you can see it. Oh, I know what I did. I did this so long ago. I mixed a camouflage blue and gray, which you've seen before. I made a whole scarf out of it, but I mixed it with the bouquet, this bluish bouquet. So this one is 2 strands, solid. I had a lot of this yarn, and I didn't know what to do with it. Let me back up a little bit more. This chair, so I can get back a little further. Maybe you can see. So I put the contrasting edging on it because I thought it was just like bluish, grayish, boring, you know, just bluish, grayish. And it's kind of long, and it's really warm. I think there must be wool or something in this. And I can tell you, I don't know what's in it because it was a middle ends. And I put some tassels on the bottom, and it never really steamed. I've never worn it. I just made it, and it got folded up, and that's it. I actually like it. It's really comfortable. It's not too big, not too much material. And I made the string because I found out when I wear ponchos, I don't know about anybody else, but when I wear ponchos, my neck is cold. And I didn't put a collar on this. This is one of the first ones I made. Like I said, 2019 I made this, and it's just been folded up in a plastic bag in my room. And there's just a little color variation here where I mixed the two different yarns. Then I stopped, and then I just used the bouquet. And this is double strand because it was so thin. I took the two balls and I made this poncho with it. I used it for the bottom part. Ooh, that's tiring. So that was this one. And then I have these other ones. Can you see them? I think you can see them. I don't know if I just showed you this one before. I think I might have. This one is also my design. I didn't have a pattern. I just made it. I started with a big granny square. And again, I had this crazy yarn. This yarn came from Hirschner's. I ordered my first order Hirschner. It was all on sale. It was called Soho. And when I got it, it has yellow, orange, and almost a greenish. On this side, you can see it's almost a greenish yellow, like a chartreuse, but not sharp. And I said I wanted to make something just one piece. I didn't want to sew in the sleeves, so I made the big granny square. This one's also a granny square. Then I joined it with the opposite color, the two granny squares. Two different granny squares, as you can see. This is supposed to be the front, but you can actually wear it both ways, which I came to that conclusion while I was making it. Like I work on the fly, so. And then I said, well, I want the sleeves, but I want to see a stripe. I wanted to incorporate some more of this yellow. So it was, like I said, it was called Soho, and it was on clearance, so I probably can't get it again. And it feels and looks like cotton. It feels and looks like cotton to me, right? But it's actually acrylic. And then I made this pattern. I chained out the sleeve on the back and on the front, and I just worked backwards, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Boat neck here, and then I edged it so that it looks finished. I put the repeat edging with the window pane stitches, and it doesn't matter which way you wear it. And I split it. It's a slight split on the end. Let me stand up. It's a slight split on the end on both sides, and it really is long because it comes down just above my knees, and it's very soft and forgiving. It stretches out, and all these colors just happen on its own. It's got like a self-striping ombre kind of effect, but in 3 different shades of yellow. You can see it on the sleeve too. Some are orange and greenish. And I thought it went well with the green. Now the green is actually, I thought this was cotton, but it's not cotton, but it looks and feels like cotton. I think it's polyester. It's not acrylic, it's polyester. But this green, this olive green, is actually cotton fair. You know, cotton fair, isn't that by Premium too? Who is it by? Hold on a second, I can tell you. I don't know. I have a bunch. This one. Yeah, this is a different color, but it's the same brand. Cotton Fair. This one's a pink, but I have it in olive green. And it's, oh, maybe that's why I combined it. It wasn't totally off my rocker. It's 52% cotton and 48% acrylic. So that's not bad. I think this is also, the yellow is also a blend. And like I said, it was like the last of it. It was clearance. So, and I just kept seeing people making things with big granny squares. And I said, I like that idea. But I wanted sleeves, because sleeves give you a better line. If I just made a big square and you see my little chubby arms coming out, it's not that attractive. So that's why I didn't like, that's why I had to have the sleeves. And hold on a second, I gotta get out of this poncho. I'm starting to heat up. I'm gonna get off camera again to do it. I should have had some music for interlude. So that's this poncho, and it's perfect for spring. But I thought I was gonna wear it this spring. I made it at the end. I made it like November, December of 2019, and I thought, oh, I'll get to wear it. Springtime's coming. Go off to yoga class. I think I told you all my plans, because I was going to yoga 3 times a week. So, you know, you need different outfits and clean outfits. And I got one more thing here I can show you. I don't think you ever saw this one. This one is just loosey-goosey. Again, I was thinking, well, I go to the senior center, I go to yoga, I do exercise at the senior center, and I would just drop this over my t-shirt, and it's 2 rectangles. See the back and the front, they're almost the same. But what I did was, if you look here, you can see, I did make the front deeper, so you do know a front from a back. Otherwise, I won't know whether I'm wearing it backwards or forward. So I did make the front, I connected it a little sooner. And I just single crocheted. I hope you can see that because I got weird lighting today. I did single crochet to join it, and that's it. And then single crochet. So it's 2 long rectangles, just folded over, joined together. And the sleeve the same, and you just drop it over. It doesn't fit your form, it just kind of boxy, swings around. I put little pleats in the 2 to give it a sporty look. And this one is 100% cotton. And I bought 2 packs. It was 2 packs of mill ends. It's when AC Moore still existed, and you can see there's different stitches. They're mostly double crochets. This is a triple crochet, so it's double crochet, triple crochet, a single crochet to make it so you could see some kind of striping going on there, just so it wasn't totally too simple. So that's what I did with that one, and that's AC Moore before it closed. AC Moore, I miss it. It had such great, what can I say, yarn and prices, and always had a sale, and you always could find something of quality. And like this cotton is beautiful. Believe it or not, I've washed it 2 or 3 times. It looks, and I didn't block it, I just washed it and folded it up and put it in my room. And it just washes beautiful. It's stays nice, kept its shape. Well, it doesn't have much of a shape, but nevertheless, it's laying nice, and it looks good on the body. And the funny thing is, I thought I was bigger than I was, so I made this the first time, again without a pattern. I made it the first time, and I had like an additional, each panel was about maybe 3 to 4 inches bigger than it is now. And I put that thing on, and it was like a blanket. So all I did was pull the single crochet out, rip off a few rows of stitching on both sides, and single crocheted it back together. It was so easy. It's so easy to fix. It's so easy to fit. when you single crochet. If you make a mistake, if you, hi, that's my friendly postwoman. She's here almost every day anyway. It's so easy to fix. You know, if you make something, and what happened is it's cotton. As you can see, it's kind of weighty. So it stretches, which this also I made in 2019 or the beginning of 2020. And no, yeah, maybe the beginning, before March, because I did wear it. I wore it to one of my yoga classes. And everybody loved it because it was just like you just drop it on and you go out the door. So, but it got stretchier and stretchier. So I'm glad I pulled off, but that's after I'd already pulled off the couple of rows each panel. And like I said, it's only 2 panels, rectangle. I didn't count anything. I just measured them and make sure they're both the same size. And, you know, same length. Make 2 long rectangles and just stitch them up to the side and leave a hole for your head. And then when you do the edge side, you leave the same amount of, you know, space for your arms. And then you finish it off with single crochet so it looks finished. It looked like you put some design to it, which I didn't do much to it. It was pretty easy. Triple crochet, double crochet, single crochet. All 3 stitches are in there. And I did triple because I wanted it to be lacy and holey. I thought it was going to be thinner than this, but once I start using it, it was pretty hefty. It was heavy cotton. The strands were really thick, and they never got thinner or anything. You know, sometimes when you're working, they get stretched out and they get thinner, but this one didn't. So I enjoy wearing it. It's my, you know, drop over my head, run and go kind of thing. And so that's pretty much the 3 or 4 pieces that I never showed anybody. I got a couple of more ponchos, lightweight ponchos like this one. Dana, creatively created crochet. She wears them all the time on her show. So she started me off. I kind of changed mine because I didn't need a long one. And like I told you, I want to be able to do stuff in the house. So I made a couple of them. And then I took the concept that Gigi, the crochet queen, was making doilies, but she changed them into hats. So I made hats and ponchos that match. You know, for the bad hair day. Put the hat on, put my poncho on, I'm gone. And that's what I'll bring them down another time. I don't want to stay on here forever because I can't. I have a lot of stuff. So what I wanted to show you, and I don't know if you guys know this or did I mention it before, but if you see these, they're bracelets. And I know some of you must have seen them before because, you know, nothing's new under the sun. And I'm trying to show you them without really showing you. But let me take one of them off. I'll take just one. This one is adjustable. Yeah, this one's adjustable. So you see this one? And then it has a chain. This is crocheted. All of it. I use a tiny needle and I crochet it. And it fits, oh, in fact, I got one on. So they're very comfortable, they're soft. I have a friend who's right now doing dialysis. She never takes the bracelet off. She goes to sleep with it on until she showers, and then she puts it back on. She wears it all day long. So comfortable. I don't know if you can see it well. And this one is like red, hematite, turquoise. Yeah, three colors. 2 strands of red, 2 strands of green, turquoise. And the bracelet part of it, I make it out of copper. I made them. So I make the hook and everything. It's out of copper. But what I was thinking of is maybe I could show you one day. Let me know if you're interested in seeing it. I don't want to put it on YouTube if you're not interested in seeing it. There's other people who do it. It's on YouTube. So I did things like this. But I put a soft wire inside so they conform, or they're comfortable to wear. So like if you're working on your computer, you know how you work on your computer and you have your hands on your keyboard. Well, then you can it's soft. It kind of bends with your arm. So it'll stay oval, which is the most comfortable shape on your wrist. It'll stay oval if that's what you need. It's very durable. It's super comfortable. And I used like size, most of them were size 6 beads, 6 C beads they call them. And it's crocheted with a really tiny crochet hook. And then what I do, because I used to sell them, but I don't, these are the ones I have left over and I'm not selling them. I'm not probably making them anymore. I might make some, but no plans to make any. So I put an adjustable chain on there so it can fit anybody's wrist, because everybody has a different size. I've known really big people to have tiny wrists and tiny people to have really large wrists. It all goes to your bone structure, and we're all a little different in that. So it's very comfortable. You see it'll bend and it'll stay, or you can bring it in, or you could just adjust the chain. But if you want, if you're interested, maybe in the comments you can put it down below. Maybe you want to see how I make them and how I crochet, how I go about it. It wouldn't be a tutorial. It would take too long. But I could do a little demonstration of how I go about it. And if there are tutorials on how to do it. So many already. I don't see why you'd want me to do a tutorial on top of them when you could just follow them. I did check on like several people, and everybody approached it a little different, and so you have to find the person's method of teaching that you like. But I thought maybe it might be fun if you saw how I started, and selecting the colors and the beads, and how I make actually different ways of counting the beads on there makes the pattern. So you see this one's a stripe, and then this one is a random. It has little flecks going around. I don't know if you can see that. I'll put it closer. Sort of like a cobra snake almost. And then I have some that, like this one. I'll take this one off. Like this one is a twist. All the same method, just a matter of how you put them together. It's just like crocheting. We're all using yarn and hooks. It's just how you put it together. These I made, these caps, because I was doing a whole line in copper, so couldn't find any copper end caps that I liked big enough, so I made my own. But that's in the future. Maybe I'll make them. I might even, if I do the giveaway, maybe I'll give away one of those. You can tell me what color you like or what size wrist you have, and I could give them to you as a gift. It's all up to you. Just put a comment in the bottom. Don't forget the thumbs up for liking my podcast or this content. And if you want, you could share, comment, subscribe, and I welcome new subscribers. There's nothing you have to do other than just hit the bell. If you hit the bell for all, you'll get all my notifications when I'm going to be on. But if you don't hit the bell and you do the outline bell, it's a little tiny bell, then you'll just, it'll be hit and miss. If I'm on, you might see me, and maybe not. But I definitely would love a thumbs up for the like, subscribe, comment, and share. As Kelly, what is Kelly's handle's name? It's Kelly and her Crochet Adventures. I believe that's what his name is, Crocheted Adventures. And she always says it's the whole package. She wouldn't mind to have all of them, and neither would I. And if you ever get a chance, stop by Kelly. If you like Bible reading, some gospel singing, crocheting, knitting. What else does she do? What else does she do? She does something. Oh, rug latching. I've seen her do rug latching. So she does a little bit of everything. A wonderful lady. She's got a beautiful, beautiful voice. She sings, what's that, a cappella, no music at all. She just breaks out into song, and while she's crocheting or talking to us, she works a song in there, always uplifting spiritual songs. And she's joyful, and you know, I don't know about you, but I actually watch YouTube to be entertained, so I don't really want always to hear the saddest story. We have everybody has sad stories throughout the day, and nobody minds listening, but Kelly always managed to be joyful, and in her approach to almost anything, even if it's sad news. So if you want to listen to someone that's will bring you up and uplift your spirits, try her. She's one of my favorites. She comes on Tuesday at night. I think it's like 7 or 8, and then she stays on for a few hours until she finishes a project sometimes. She's on for a long time though. And then, is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday she comes on again. Yeah, I think it's Wednesday or Friday. Oh, I'm really bad. But if you check your YouTube, if you go into your search and you do Kelly, Kelli, it's an I at the end, Kelli, Crochet Adventures, then you'll find her. And she's, like I said, if you like listening to spiritual songs in between crocheting or doing your craft, that's the channel you can watch. So I'm going to get off of here because how can I stay the half an hour? And I try not to show you too many things because I'm trying not to stay on here forever and bore you to death. Well, I guess I talk a lot. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. And be kind, keep crocheting, and walk in the beauty of the day. Bye-bye.